Hi, so I think we're streaming now, so we can get right into it. So, hello, good afternoon, good evening, good morning, depending on what part of the world you're joining us from. My name is Brenda Uno, your favorite host on your favorite program, Women's Matters. And today I have a dear friend of mine. I'm super excited to have her. It is the beginning of the month of September, and you know how we do. Each month we switched up a little. So this month we're talking confidence. And who better to kick off the confidence series than the confidence queen herself? Drum roll, somebody. I'm so excited. So I have with me Leslie Grace, my own dear masterpiece sister. See how even repping our masterpiece green. Coach Randy will be proud of you. Don't worry, you're doing well. Welcome to our program, Leslie.
Thank you so much. The CP that is sipping or the CP that have been sipped by our CP. Come on now.
My head, what's my head?
It's
I'm
so
like,
good.
okay, let's comport ourselves. Let's behave.
Serious. Let's keep our inside that
Let's
joke.
get serious.
Okay, hello, Women's Growth Community. It's so good to have you here. You have an amazing host, and shout out to you, CP Coach B. I love you and I appreciate this opportunity. Thank you for sending out this invite. I feel pleasured to be the one to begin the month of September, your confidence month in your community. It's such an honor.
I'm so excited. So excited to have you. Too excited. I was like, when I just gave her, I said, pick a dish, just pick the first. I said, God is working. Like, God have already told you to pick the first date. I didn't even have to talk too much. So I'm loving it. So as we do on our program, we don't read bios, we don't do all those things. We just tell you to blow your own horn. And it's the kind of way that we're using to encourage women to learn to introduce themselves, have your elevator pitch ready. But I know that for you, it's not a problem. So give it to us. And you know how we do. We don't do humility here. We are children of God who are cities set on a hill to be shining the light of God. We do not do humility. That thing is from the devil. So we come here and you tell you to tell us who you are. All the parts of you that what that all those things, everything, add all of them. All the things you do, the ones I know, the ones I don't know, tell us everything. And let us even be able to say, that's a good speaker. I'm gonna listen to her. So go ahead. Tell us who you are, Leslie.
I love it. I love the energy already. Okay, I am Leslie Grace, the confidence coach. I help busy professionals unlock the most confident, smartest version of themselves through smart reading, smart thinking, and smart speaking. Yes, call me the inventor of the smart framework, yeah, where we help
I
you
love
move,
it.
where we help you move to smart reading, and then it goes down the chain to smart thinking, and then of course to smart speaking, because we believe that your smartness should not end in your brain. And we also believe that you shouldn't just master public speaking, leave that to your children. You as a professional, what you need is smart speaking. And smart speaking is a product of smart reading and smart thinking. It's such an honor to be here. I'm a mom of two babies. Yes, they are babies. I'm a wife to one man.
Yes, so by the grace of God, we cannot do more than one.
I'm an author. I feel so much. I mean, if you haven't seen me this place, I feel so much at it. I'm in my sister's place. I'm a les, like we say it in French, right?
Do you get?
So yeah.
Welcome. Good to have you here in on the program. Thank you so much for agreeing to join us and to kick off our confidence series. I mean, when I was like, when I got the theme that is confidence, I'm like, I'm ready. I have just the right people to call. So you show up and then give us your thing. Like, I mean, you're going to be leading the conversation. I'm really just here to moderate. I can interject here and there, ask you some questions to elaborate a few things, but we're just going to be listening and learning from you. That's what it's about today. So we're ready when you are. You can kick it off as soon as you want.
We live ready. Today, we're talking about imposter syndrome, the liar. Imposter syndrome is a big lie. Now, if you can hear me, I want to ask you this question. Have you ever been in a room full of accomplished people, and then one voice goes right inside of you, what are you doing here? They will soon find out you are not as smart as you think you are. Have you ever been in that space before? Unashamedly own it in the comment section. I have. I have been
Yeah.
there.
The t-shirts.
Aha. It has been there as well. So let me see some more yeses in the comment section. Have you ever been in that space before? You got the degrees took you there. You passed the interview, you started out well, and then all of a sudden, just because the CEO steps in with some other of his colleagues who are up there, somehow you feel you're no longer as smart as. If yes, then you are not alone. That feeling has a name, and it's called impostor syndrome. As a coach for busy professionals, I meet quite a number of busy professionals, especially, so I'm going to give you the scenario. It happens mostly to busy professionals who relocate. I was in a coaching session with a professional in the diaspora just a few days ago, and she said to me, I have all the degrees. I was a shining star back home. I was working in the highest legal firm back at home. I went abroad, I passed the interview. I'm working with some top level people, and I keep hearing this voice, you are not as smart as you think. They will soon find out that you are a fraud. And then in that session, I asked her a question. Are you really a fraud? And then it hit her that this voice of imposter syndrome is nothing but a huge liar. Today, I want to show you that imposter syndrome is not just a liar, but that you have the authority to shut it up eternally. Because until you shut it up, it will captivate you. Consider me, Mary, because when imposter syndrome wanted to hold Mary down, wanted to hold Jesus down, I beg your pardon, Mary said, you are not going to fall a victim. At this point, Jesus was completely human, 100% flesh like you and I. And then he got one of the lies that imposter syndrome, I'm trying to skip up my notes. I'll take it again. But Jesus was also faced with imposter syndrome. So this is why you need to know that it's possible to shut it up. It's possible to quieten it and become that person who can truly own their worth. You see what Coach B is doing? If Coach B hadn't silenced that voice, she wouldn't be here. You see what I'm doing? If I hadn't silenced that voice. So it's one of the greatest roadblocks that you have to hit, bring it down so that you can launch out to be the person that you truly are. I'll explain the Jesus story later on. So let's go. The truth is, you are not alone. 70% of professionals will experience this. And let me quickly state, imposter syndrome is not humility.
It isn't. Let's be clear.
If you want to, put it in the comment section, please. The thing is, so because I teach smart reading, I do a lot of cognitive work. Anything you write down, you push it further to long-term memory. So put in the comment section the thing that hits you the most, you are putting it into your long-term memory actually. Imposter syndrome is not humility, it is a liar. It is the enemy's way of dimming your light before it shines. If the devil cannot destroy you, of course he cannot destroy you. What he does is he's trying to convince you to disqualify yourself. 70% of professionals will experience this in their career. Now, I work with professionals a lot, and I know. It means that for every 10 people listening to me right now, at least 7 are battling with it, have battled with it, will soon battle with it. It is the silent. It is a silent enemy, and it will always show up. Imposter syndrome doesn't mean you are not capable. No. If you've heard this voice before, it doesn't mean you're not capable. It means you are about to operate a higher level than your mind is comfortable with.
Take that again. No, that we have to let that sink in. It doesn't mean that you are not capable. It just means you're about to operate a higher level than your mind is used to. Gang. That makes so much sense. Absolutely. I'm going to pause you with a story of mine.
Okay.
Because as you are saying this thing now, I'm like, hey, God. So what had happened to me? I came out of school. I was top girl in my class. Everywhere I went, so I was top girl. As soon as I came out of school, I was headhunted. Literally, like I was going to an alumni meeting, and one of the guys was like, you're so smart. You need to work for me. He just gave me a job, and he was mentoring me at the same time. Bought my professional exam form for me, and was like, you know what, you're going to be so great. So I was just that star girl, my sister, and I'm married, and I'm bond. I now continued. I was changing jobs. So, from that first place, I now changed to another job. And in that one, it was now a much bigger firm. And in that job, everybody there was like, American trained, UK trained, that one trained. The list of the Nigerian trained was Unilag. So here I was coming from Ekpoman thinking, hey God, what am I doing here? Who am I in the midst of all these superstars? Do you see? And it was really getting to me. So I would hide, I would shrink. And then one day I got to speak to the HR director. And I don't know what we got talking about. And I saw my interview form. The MD, who was US trained, had written on it, she's an A higher. I recalled my interview and how, because I wasn't really looking for the job, so I was really posing for them, and then they had told me, they had offered me a figure. I was like, no, I can't take that. Where I'm working now, that's really like what I'm getting. So it has to be more for me to move. They had also offered me a number of stipulated things. I said, no, I can't take that. No, I had argued back and forth of every line in the contract because I was not really looking for the job. Do you see? So there I was. They had done everything I asked for. I was now in. I now saw people. I was now scared. What do you call that kind of thing? He's a bloody lion. you know, I was not scared. I was like, hey, God, everybody here, UK, US, can you call? I was like, me from FMOMA, what do I know? But the MD had written there, she's an A, higher. He saw my degrees. He saw everything because there was a test. It was a full long interview. There was an on the design test. There was oral test. It was a very robust interview. And they wrote I'm an A. Me and I enter because I saw somebody say that I'm from Leeds University. I'm from Kiniko. And I thought that, oh my God, I can't belong here. So you see, you're in good company if you have. Yeah, please continue.
Okay, like we lost you a bit.
Yeah, I think a call was coming into my phone and I'm using my phone's internet, but it's okay. I've sorted it out now.
Okay, so yeah, your story, you were the one sharing. You were the one talking about your story.
Okay. Where did you lose me at? What was I saying?
Point where you said with the fact that you had done this interview and you had been given an A, but then the imposter syndrome kept on saying that you were not good enough because others
Yeah,
had more certificates or from foreign
exactly.
around you.
And it was literally about, I was just literally saying, I ended up by saying that, what, if you're feeling that way, I just want you to know that we've all been there, at least most of us. And if you see us coming out on the other side, you know that it's possible for you too to come on the other side. And that's just really why I wanted to share that story.
Hmm. Oh, wow. Thank you so much for sharing. Thank you for sharing. And the truth is, imposter syndrome is, I'll say it again. I'll say it again. It
Mm,
seems like you're about to operate at a higher level than your mind is comfortable with, that your mind is accustomed to.
mm,
So you are that A star, but guess what? That is amongst students. Your mind is
mm,
comfortable with that. That's the natural environment of your mind. Now you are working amongst people wwho are from different.
professionals.
Now, this is why
Mm,
professionals in the diaspora, this is one of their biggest challenges.
mm,
I launched the 21 in 1 Total Fitness in the Diaspora bundle. It was for them. Because professionals in the diaspora, people who were, they are the shining stars back at home, they get abroad and they begin to freeze. Even with their MBA and their masters and all their degrees from Harvard. Now they are there and they feel like someone is better than them. So you just need to own it that it doesn't mean that you are incapable. It is that your mind is operating at a level it's not used to, it's not accustomed to, it's not comfortable with. I know, like you were sharing, coach, that at some point you started feeling like you don't deserve, you don't belong here, or you don't deserve what it is that you have. Even with seeing an A being given to you by interviewer. One of the examples of this that I have is Ruth. I know, by the way, I wrote about Ruth in one of my latest books. It's time to put a price tag on you. Because imposter syndrome makes you think you are worth anything or worth less than you are. So I wrote this book for professionals that they should put a price tag on them. You know what happened to Ruth, coach? Ruth had gone through a lot. And when Ruth went to that field and met Boaz, Ruth knelt and she said to Boaz, why are you treating me this kind? I don't deserve this kindness. How does it to me that you should pick me out and treat me so kindly, me, a foreigner? Now, that wasn't Ruth's first time. This has happened to Ruth. And most times what chips our confidence, I always say this, that everybody's created by default a confident person, but seasons of life shapes it up. So for Ruth, it was a season of loss of her husband, or that had happened to her.
Been to another country.
Going to another country, having to deal with the mother-in-law that's telling her, leave me alone. People have killed my children, go away, and all of that in between.
Just begin with your bad head.
It's your bad head that killed my son. Why are you still here? And Ruth was still staying, and all in between. So Ruth had lost her confidence, and so she said to Boaz, and see someone like Boaz, CEO multi-billionaire Boaz, remember? Talking to her, being kind to her. She said, I don't deserve it. But guess what? Ruth went to come. Of course, because Naomi was now in her land. So I think Naomi became a different person when she came back home. She said, now one day she said to Ruth, stop, have a bath, change yourself, perfume, and all of that. Now, what had happened to this Ruth that said, I'm a foreigner, I don't deserve this treatment, in Ruth 2, in Ruth 3, verse 9 specifically. I love to read the Message Bible, so all I'm quoting is from the Message version. Now, Ruth said, next time she met Boaz, she said, I am Ruth, your maid. Introduction, I am Ruth. The person who's a foreigner and doesn't deserve kindness. I am Ruth, your maiden. Take me under your protecting wing. You are my close relative. You know, and we belong to the covenant of redeemers. You have the right to marry me. Ruth, you said this man cannot be kind to you.
You. Who is this? And what have you done with Ruth?
Come on now. You can't tell me that you don't need confidence coaching. Hello. No. Yeah. Because it's either you have it or you don't have it. And if you don't have it, it will show in your words. Impostor syndrome will keep feeding you until someone tells you the truth that shuts off impostor syndrome. And that was what had happened to Ruth. She had so much, she shut up impostor syndrome, and she said, I am Ruth. I am your maiden. I belong to the circle of covenant redeemers. You have the right to marry me. Like for maiden to see.
I love it.
So do you see that shift? At first, Ruth says, I don't deserve. Just like you had said that at some point, your A or the top star that you were in school is now feeling like you don't deserve to get a job. But later, Ruth says, I belong. This is proof that to one person, different voices are speaking to you. At every phase in your life, the voice of imposter syndrome is speaking to you.
It's speaking. It's speaking, and it's so loud.
It's speaking. It spoke to Ruth. Look at you, slave girl. You don't see they're even showing you kindness. Why are you accepting the kindness? And she said, I don't deserve it. I'm a foreigner. And then the next chapter, this same Ruth is saying, confidence coaching is powerful anyway. When Naomi coached Ruth, her confidence shifted from an imposter mindset to a covenant mindset. That's what we need. You need to stop bowing like you don't deserve, and you need to now start standing like you belong. You belong. I don't care where you have moved to. You recently jackpot, you're now in a nation, everybody in the board is white-skinned, and so, I know besides, there's nobody that is white-skinned. There's nobody that is white-skinned. White is this paper. Black is, there's nobody that is like this. All God's children, own it. If they made you the chairman of the board, sit there. Don't allow that voice tell you that you don't deserve it. Now, I want to show to us 5 lies of imposter syndrome, and then I'll give you truth to silence each of these lies. Because as a confidence, my heart goes out to professionals who are struggling with this because, Coach, I keep seeing professionals who are good, who are smart. They are smart readers, they are smart thinkers, but this voice keeps ringing in their head. The first lie he says is, I don't deserve this. And you know, when Coach Brenda was sharing, she said, that happened to her. That happened to me too. I don't lie. It happens to everybody. I don't deserve this. This is Ruth's first lie. It was the first lie that imposter syndrome said to Ruth. Now, many professionals downplay achievements. They say things like just luck, or I was just in the right.
I was just lucky.
How? Time and chance happened to them all. You were not lucky. You were not lucky. Time and chance. Do you understand that the hair on your head are numbered? Completely numbered. Hair on your head are numbered. How do you want to prove to me that 2 p.m. tomorrow is not already calculated? Now, 2 p.m. tomorrow you go for that interview, you get that job, and you say you were just lucky? Come on now.
I don't understand you. Shay, God is playing with his time, like I don't understand. Is he playing with you? let's be wise. The way we say things, let's just think about it. Are you saying, I mean, I listened to Dr. Philip Olubakin, this pastor that suddenly started getting me on Instagram. So he said something, and he said he was sick. And as he lay down sick, people came to pray for him from church, but they couldn't enter because chickenpox. So they stayed from the window, and he was not feeling sorry for himself that, oh, I'm sick. That's why I pray, Jesus, heal me. And he read in the Bible that just said, I sent my word and healed thee. Just say, I'm not going to heal you. I have healed you. So you better stand up from that place. So he stood up and said, saying to himself, I'm healed. I am the healed of the Lord. I'm healed. It's okay. So you're the healed, Abby. Ngwanu, stand up from that bed. And he literally stood up from the bed, him that was weak before, and started to walk around like, okay, I'm the healed of the Lord. I'm healed of the Lord. And truly, that was the last day he was on the bed. Now, it may sound dramatic to some, but the point of the matter is that it is what you say to yourself that can move you forward. So you are saying you don't deserve it. You will truly not deserve it. Do you see? And it will not, you will start, the more that you speak these words to yourself, the more that your brain starts to internalize it, and the more that it starts to play it out. So that's why I'm very excited that she says she's going to give us truths to conquer these lies, because it is key what you're speaking to yourself. So all those I don't deserve it. Can you please, as you're writing down your notes, just be counseling it, and let's wait for the right words to use. Thank you very much. Please go ahead.
The sad reality, and thank God we're in a women's group, right? 1 in 2 women in leadership positions credit their success to luck rather than skill. And stop it, please. Stop it. It wasn't luck, and it wasn't beauty as well. Because these are the 2 lies women tell themselves. Because I was pretty. I feel like the chairman of the board just liked me. I'm a pretty girl. Stop it.
Nobody plays with their business like that. Don't worry yourself. If you are pretty, we sleep with you. He won't put you in his business. Are you joking? Let's be clear.
Yeah. I've gone for an interview before. Oh, talking about that, yeah. Let me share this story. I've gone for an interview before as a couple. Someone had referred me, and said, "Oh, this man is looking for someone." I went for this interview, CP. After the interview, do you know what this man? This man goes, "You know what? You look like the kind of girls I date." Sir. Like I had passed all the stages. It was not face. Wait, CP, wait. The fire. I need to say this story. So women would leave this place of thinking that a billionaire would joke with you with it, like you rightly said. It was the biggest oil firm in that state where I served. I don't want to call the name of the state because you definitely can find it. It's not a state that is into oil. So like the guy stands out. And he's my uncle. He should be in his 60s at the time. So the last phase, because I was meant to work, the position I was recommended for was as a secretary. So that phase was that I get to meet him. So I get to meet him. After all the interview, he said, "You're really smart, but you're the kind of," I don't want to say the way he said it.
You're my spec.
He said it in the dialect, and I don't want to say the dialect, otherwise they can trace the state.
And when you say you're my spec,
and he said, "Going by that, I can't employ you." And my face went down. And the next thing he said, "It's my staff. So I can't keep you here because you are my spec."
So you'll be entering high.
But don't worry. The money you said you want to be paid, I'll pay that money. But we can't work here. let's have another. I said, I can't have any conversation. Hey, yeah.
You told me your weakness. How do I use my eye to walk into that? Don't worry, sir. I'll be going from here. Thank you very much.
I have to put this story here because truthfully, no billionaire that I'm not talking about hit and run money that built something and it grew into billions will actually do that. So we must stop saying it's beauty, stop saying it's luck. It's not luck, it is skill. You got it because you got it. You got it because that's how it should be. Okay, now for the lie of I don't deserve this, the truth is you don't deserve it because you earned it. You deserve it because you were chosen for it.
Please, drum roll, somebody. Are you guys feeling these words?
You
Hey.
don't because you earned it. You deserve it because you were chosen for it. Grace doesn't make you less deserving. It makes you more qualified.
I mean, and when you were speaking, it was Grace that just came to me. I'm like, Grace, he doesn't call the qualified, he qualifies the called, the calling, the chosen. That's all that qualifies you. Brethren in the Lord, if you take nothing else from today's conversation, take this one. Please, my head is busting. Continue.
You deserve it because you were chosen for it. Listen, you need to understand that the God that created you and I is Alpha and Omega. Alpha and Omega, that he owns time, beginning. That's what it means. When we say this words, let's not just say them casually. It means that he owns time. He owns 2 p.m. tomorrow. He owns 4 p.m. September 4th. He owns 10 a.m. September 10th. He knows what will happen. If you wake up on September 10th, that job you've been dreaming and praying for, you get it. Understand that you got it because grace doesn't make you less deserving. It makes you more qualified. You deserve it because you were chosen for it. Now, after accepting this, resist lie number 2. Lie number 2 is, I'm not enough. Because most times you may cross the I don't deserve it lie, and then you get into the position and something starts saying, you are not enough. The classic self-doubt lie. Like Moses. That's why we say grace makes you more qualified. Moses was more qualified by grace. But in Exodus, Moses said, please, Lord, I'm not eloquent.
I cannot talk. I don't have diction like Auntie Grace. How about you help me, sir? I can't do it. I can't.
Professionals say this, I don't have enough experience. I don't have enough followers. I don't have enough money. How can I say I want to gather women? How many certificates do I have? What if that are from this country show up? Can I speak to them? Listen, grace makes you more qualified. In 2 Corinthians 3, verse 5, it says, our competence comes from God. Your competence comes from God. You don't have to be enough when you are plugged into the one who is more than enough. Our sufficiency is of him. You're the one. What do you mean by I don't have enough experience? No, ma. You have the one who has more than he's ancient of days. Do you know the experience he has? Experience.
He can condense everything into you in one day. If he says you are the one I choose to do this, the experience he will give you, the wisdom. The other day I was listening to DDK speak, and she said all the big things she has done, it's not by her learning, it's not by a training or something, some special skill. It was downloaded to her. So that's someone that realized that, okay, it's not my power. I don't even have the power. You see, it is God who chooses. It is God who equips. It's God who makes us capable. So if you sit down and be worried about, oh, my degrees, like me now saying my degrees from Ekpoma, hey, God, who is asking now? Like, who was checking? How many times has anybody asked you which school you went to? Do you see? The day I met somebody that I'd known for years, and she met her older sister went to Ekoma and was an architect as well. So when we got talking, she now showed that one pictures of my birthday. She had come to. I was like, That's Brenda, and I know Brenda. So she did a video call with me, and we're screaming. She's like, no, wait, I want to understand. Brenda, you went to a woman. Like, I would never have placed you there. I was like, yeah, I know. I'm all tush and all. You can't think of me in that way. I understand it. But who really asks? Nobody knows. Nobody cares. It is what you are able to present. And when God has chosen you, He now equips you and you're just doing the work. And that's all that really matters. It's not about what you have or what you came with or what is making you enough or not enough. That's neither here nor there. Let's just, let's throw that out there. Okay. Onome is doing a good job, but she's taking notes for us in the chat. Well done, Onome. Thank you.
So good to have you here. Now, my question for you is, if you had to rate yourself today 1 to 10 in your career, what number comes to mind? What number comes to mind? Now, feel free to do the math, okay? Feel free. If you're at 1, just say 1. If you're at 2, just say whatever number, just say it, okay? Just say it. Most importantly, because I'm giving you a solution that will kill it now. Now, that number that you've written, what I want you to do is add that number that you wrote in the comment section plus infinity. Now you do the math and the answer will be.
At this point, we cannot add it anymore.
That's the real picture. That's the real picture. Your no certificates, plus you stopped in year 3 and your parents could not pay your fees anymore, so you don't even have a certificate anymore. And all that I'm telling you, plus infinity. That's the real picture. That was what God was saying to Moses when he said, how you talk? What are you saying? What are you telling me about speech? What are you saying? Your stuff plus your unqualified, plus your captive, plus the boy that they just stole into this palace that I don't know where my daughter went to get you from. The one that they begged to save his life, plus the father you were gotten from the river, dear Moses, add that plus infinity. That's the real picture.
That's how God sees you.
See, this is the confidence that we have, like the Bible says. There's a confidence you have. You have it or you don't have it. This is the confidence that we have. That whatever it is that we have, plus infinity.
Because we have a God who is able to do exceedingly abundantly above all we can ever ask or imagine. Like, have you ever broken down that scripture before? He's able to do beyond what you can think or imagine or ask for. So really, what's the color of your problem?
I know that scripture has an ending, CP. That scripture has an ending. It says, according to the power that worketh in you, both to do and to will. He did not say
the power. That's the power.
He did not say according to the credentials.
It's his power that is working in you to do it. It's not you. Can never be you. You can never have enough. You can never go to school enough. Even if you write all your degrees, go and do 3 PhDs. I met a lecturer that had 3 PhDs and he was teaching us and he was saying he was doing a 4th. I'm like, oh God, what happened, sir? What are you really, really looking for? I'm not understanding. At this point, we have to ask you, what is it? Do you need therapy? What's going on? What's going on? He said, oh, he just likes study. So after a while, just sit and say, what am I doing again? Let me just take him down. Like, uncle, at a point, you have to stop. It's okay. But it's not your power. You will never be qualified enough. You will never be qualified enough. You will never say to yourself, I on my own will never be qualified enough. The qualification that I have is the power of God at work in me. Finish. Once you realize this, all this, I cannot not. It's not going to be happening again.
Yes. Line number 3. Others are better than me. The comparison trap. Others are better than me. David versus Saul. Saul looked taller, stronger, more kingly. But guess what? David was chosen. CP, the truth is we live in a crazy social media world. And so imposter syndrome will ever be in the rise. Ever.
In fact, it has increased now. because you're constantly comparing, you're constantly seeing, you're constantly, it's always in your face.
I'm a confidence coach, so I see professionals every day who are stuck in this problem. I recently released the book, It's Time to Put a Price Tag on You. I did a live reading on it on our YouTube channel at the Smart Speakers Academy, and it was amazing the feedback that we got. So with social media, because imposter feelings comes from constant comparison. Like the person that saw your picture and said, it's not Brenda that went to Epoma. Somebody else doesn't know that Brenda went to Epoma. The person is fainting because of Brenda's 40th birthday. See, 40 45, sorry, ma.
45.
You are deceiving us. See how you are fresh. You are deceiving me. You are not thinking you're 40. Sorry, ma. Sorry.
Mama said, you don't do. You're next not to 50. I said, stop it, sir. I'm still a baby girl. Stop it.
Look at you now. Come on.
Oh my days.
Pop is real. So you look at Coach Brenda's 45th birthday, see her popping on the magazine, and then you say, hey, others are better than me. But you know the truth. Let me give you the truth anchor for this. The presence of another's brilliance doesn't mean the absence of yours.
I love it.
So when people buy new cars, say to yourself, they bought their cars, they didn't buy yours. Let them ride their cars in peace. When they get married or they write their new books, Coach Brenda does a 6-in-1, and she puts that she has done 10,000 on her flash sale day. It's her book that they bought now. They did not buy your own.
Bring your own out.
Expertise doesn't in any way mean the absence of yours. Nobody's success means the absence of yours. See, comparison is the thief of confidence. It's one of the greatest thief of confidence. Run your lane, your race is unique.
Absolutely. And this is something that I've had to teach my children. I have 4 kids, 2 girls and 2 boys. And, in this kind of houses that there will always be one super smart child, that's just the outlier. So imagine the others feeling as if it's Kukuma, this one that is going to be like this. Let's all just be, helping to celebrate this person because she's going to be the one collecting all the glory. But I now had to teach them that each person needs to celebrate each one, right? At every point in time. So this person may be collecting academic awards today. The other one will get awards for something else, will get celebrated for something else. And each time everybody's being celebrated, all of you must gather together and truly celebrate that one. And so we had been walking through it over the years and over the years and over the years. And so the other day, my oldest daughter got her WAEC results. You need to have seen the way everybody was jumping. The second one that's supposed to be the super smart one was not the one screaming the most. I wanted to video them, but I was also too in the moment to even video, but it was such a heartwarming time for me that we've gotten to the point where we can truly celebrate each other, knowing that this person is brilliant doesn't mean I'm not. Do you see? And that I can be happy for her while working on getting my own goals. And that is so important for women. And if once you can remove comparison from your life, oh God, you're going to do too much, because comparison is the thief of joy. When they say that statement, it's not just a nice to hear. It is very, very, very true. The minute you can take out comparison from your life, you can do more, so much more. Because all you begin to see is how, okay, so the person that you would compare yourself to before would only be an inspiration to you. You say, I love how Leslie is doing what she did. Okay, let me go and get it. If it's ask her how many times I've come to her DM. Me, I like this thing that you're doing. Yeah, how do you do it? And I take it and I learn. Instead of me to be saying, this one, you will just be burning with envy for no reason. Instead, go and ask, go and learn. Can you teach me? Can you show me? How are you doing this? How are you doing that? That way you gain from people. You can be inspired by people. You don't have to be envious of them. Do you see? And that it all comes from a heart of knowing that me and Bokuma the favorite child of God. Do you see? So if everybody is doing their thing, they're all right. You know how a last bomb behaves. All of you can be, jump up and down. They don't feel threatened.
I love
They
it.
came last though.
I love it.
They don't feel threatened. No matter who, even if it's the firstborn that is being celebrated, you just look at all of you like, All of you are you're taking the shine for 1 minute. When you're gone, it's my turn next. So that's how I feel. I'm God's last born. You see,
I love it.
all of you will be all right. Everybody doing good. Oh, well done. Congratulations. See you in the neighborhood. So how about you send my own? Thank you very much. And we keep it going. You know, it's just the mindset that helps you get going because you can't afford to be stuck in comparison. It will kill you, literally.
It will kill your confidence, not just your joy. It will kill your confidence. Let's go to line number 4.
Let's
What
go.
we find out I'm a fraud?
Hmm.
Like that client that came for confidence coaching, I had to ask her, "Are you a fraud?" And
Not
she
really a
told
fraud. Where it's coming from?
I had to ask her,
I don't know
"Ma'am,
where it comes from. Oh.
with all due respect." See, you know when we add with all due respect, you can see our mind.
That's how it starts.
With all due respect, this voice that is eating you up in the diaspora, I say bad voice. So I say, oh
Hmm.
God, ma'am, please, with all due respect, are you a fraud?
Mhm.
No, I'm not, ma'am. I say, you have your answer already.
So where is this coming from?
But you know the truth, many CEOs suffer this, many women suffer this, many professionals suffer. It was Maya Angelou that admitted, and I quote, she said, I've written 11 books, but each time I still think, oh, they're going to find me out now.
Hmm.
You see,
Hmm.
lie thrives on the fear of exposure.
Hmm.
You know the truth, it's a fear.
Mhm.
That old, long acronym for fear, false evidence appearing real, that's what it is.
I thought was always small.
It is. It's false. Nobody's going to find out nothing. You are not going to
Hmm.
find. Even if they find out, you are a completely blessed, qualified by grace, imperfect, but loved by a perfectly loving God.
Right.
Now, here is your truth anchor to this. You are not a fraud. You are a solution waiting to be revealed. Say
Hmm.
yourself, I am not a fraud. I am a solution waiting to be revealed.
Hmm.
You are a person
Like,
who is in your work, you will serve kings. So at the point where you begin to serve kings, don't think they will soon find out. No, you are a solution waiting to be revealed. You are not a fraud.
hmm.
How do I know you're not a fraud? Ask yourself this question. What is one skill that I've mastered that proves I'm not a fraud, but a professional?
Yeah. And those things really do change a lot. And that's why I know I met a career coach once who said that we should keep a brag sheet.
Yeah.
It's so critical. Every time you do something amazing, write it down. Every time pass one certification, write it down. You do something great at work, make some good results on some numbers, write it down. So on those days when the devil comes to you with these lies, oh no, you're not good enough. Oh no, you're this. Bring out your brag sheet. Take a look at it, read it, and say, I did that now. Come on. At least I'm all right. I'm all that. Come on. And it does build up your confidence. It helps you to, just jump back into the game again and don't be held down. Somebody said something about women,
Mm.
especially in terms of looking for work when it's time to apply for jobs. If they bring out a job description and there are maybe like 10 things on the list of the things that they want, if a woman doesn't have the 10, she will not apply.
Mm.
A man can have 3
We
and he
try
will
to
apply.
shoot it short.
He was a recruiter reached out to me the other day and said, "Oh, I've come across your profile. You look very this and that. I want you to apply for this role, commercial manager for a construction company." I was like, commercial manager. I said, "It isn't concern commercial." I heard the commercial. I was like, this is numbers, okay? And I said, "Please, can I see the JD?" Sent it to me. So the person must be a quantity surveyor or somebody with accounting and finance background. I told him, I said, "Sir, I do not have this." When you were checking my profile, did you not see that I'm an architect? What thing concern me with this? He said, "No, no, no, no. It's okay with your background, with your experience, that you're okay. I should apply." My sister, I didn't apply. He sent me a message again, saying, "Madam, have you applied for this?" I was like, don't do it. You let go. So even as we say that we've overcome this imposter syndrome, even as we say we're working on our confidence daily, it still shows up every now and then, right? And for me, I was like, I beg, I'm not doing it. Just leave me. Because I've looked through all the things. Maybe I had 8 out of the 10. For those 2 that I don't have, I'm not doing.
Mm.
A man will have 3. But
Mm.
because if you do not show up for the job, it's the man they will pick now with the 3. You're not going to be doing bad job there. You will see him later and say, nah, I can do better than this. So, but did you come, ma? You didn't show up. Do you see?
Sure.
So why don't you show up with your 8 out of 10 and then get a training or help to build up the other 2 that you don't have, but come with your 8 because you have all that is needed.
Mhm.
But we'll say, no, if I don't have 10 over 10, there's no need. Let me not even go there. Let me not go and disgrace myself. Let them not think I'm a fraud. Who says you're a fraud? Who? You're just a solution waiting to be uncovered. Okay, line number 5.
Yes. And if you've mastered one skill, even if it's a skill of writing, even if it's a skill in this YouTube, because there are people who cannot find their way. They don't know, even if it's the skill of understanding English language that is not your mother tongue, that's the skill you've mastered. So when we say don't
Right.
go and look for a master, don't go and say, oh, I don't even have a degree. No, whatever skill, even if it's a skill of cooking, you can cook. The people who eat it can eat it. It doesn't have to be sweet, so long as they swallowed it, you're a good cook.
Please let it be sweet, please.
So long as they ate it and they finish, have the skill of cooking. That is one skill. And that is that you are not fraud. Okay. I mean,
Right.
you're on the brag sheet. One of the things that helped me so I'm not going to say because I'm a confidence coach, I help busy professionals. So my confidence is, well, no, there are rituals. I call them rituals that help me. And part of what has kept me is every day I keep a gratitude journal every day.
Right.
And in that gratitude journal, I'm not looking for 10 things that I'm grateful for. I'm looking for one. And most times, even if I cannot find one, at least I can find that I'm living. So gratitude is an anchor as well. And women suffer ingratitude. Yes.
Oh, yes.
You're
Oh,
ungrateful
yes.
to your maker. You're ungrateful to your husband. You're ungrateful to your children. You feel they're the worst in the world. You feel afraid all your staff members because you are
Constantly comparing. Constantly.
away the gratitude.
Constantly.
Gratitude. But when you keep a gratitude journal, so if you do not want to keep a brag sheet or you feel that'll be too much, if you want to keep a gratitude journal, start your day with gratitude. So you're not seeing anybody else. Now, I'm privileged to meet one of the, so yeah, CP, remember the time I went to Abuja, I was privileged to meet one of the big school owners in Abuja. And she said to me, she said, you know what? I don't know what other schools are doing. I don't care. She said, I don't care. It was Mrs. Bankole of Bankis Private School. She said, I don't see what I said. I've never checked. I said, this is part of the secret now. No wonder you are here. No wonder check what
Because her focus is on her own journey.
when I saw her school, I was marveled. I was like, this is Mrs. Bankole. So this is the Bankis Private School. You're this humble. You're this assessor. Things I do is I've never from the day when I started the school to now, as old as Bankis Private School, I've never checked what other schools are doing. So these things people say, I'm checking for competitive edge. I'm checking my competitor. I don't know who the competitor is. I don't know if I have one. I don't check what they're doing.
Let your eye be single.
Thank you. So your body can be full of light. Let it be single. Line number 5. Line number 5. It's not yet time.
That won't enter.
That course, the Smart Creating Lab that is coming up. This is one of the great times where professionals have not been able to create anything. Not because they are not smart. It's because they think it's not your time. Why haven't you read the book? If you've had scribbles for the past 4 years, you have the title of the book. 4 years, it's not your time. Yeah, this podcast that you wanted to create. 6 years, it's not yet time. You suffered conception issues, fertility issues, and then somehow you have secrets of things that helped you, and then now you have your children are surrounding you. You even have to go and do family planning. Otherwise, you've had like 10 children, more than CP. And that's not to be put in a book and help women out there, but it's not yet time.
Time.
You're not the, see the people in this group, first of all, we're having the Smart Creating Lab for you. But let me tell you, right? You will get the details, CP will talk about that. Because even CP and us and me, all of us, we suffer this not yet time thing. We all suffer it. You're good to create. People applaud you for your writing. Like CP Brenda, when you write like this on Facebook, everybody goes on the
But everyone is shaking.
Carry that you're writing from Facebook and create it to something tangible because you're not the creator of Facebook. So it's when you know that you're writing on Facebook into a creation that has your name on it. You're not created.
I have not started.
Not started. Now you say it's not yet time. Let me say this to you, right? Take advantage of the Smart Creating Lab. CP will be there. I'll be there alongside another coach that will be there to help you turn your ideas into creations. But I want to say to you, right, that you're not the only one who suffered this. Is not yet time syndrome. That's what I call it. Jesus suffered it. You know, at the time when Jesus came on the earth, he was 100% flesh and 100% spirit. So it means that everything you and I are suffering now, he suffered it at the time when he was on earth. So when it was time for Jesus to do a miracle at that wedding, he said, it's not yet my time. Don't push me. So you're not the only one that is saying it's not yet my time. Jesus said, it's not yet my time. Don't push me. Do you know how he was wrong? He was wrong because Mary refused to listen to that delay. Mary refused to listen. Like Mary saw her child going away with imposter syndrome. And Mary said, no, don't tell me it's not your time. What do you mean it's not your time? Do you know you are created by Alpha and Omega, time and infinity? And you are saying it's not
now.
Listen, whatever
Come
you
on
tell
now.
better do it. This miracle, we're doing it now. This creation, we're doing it now. And guess what? That was how Jesus performed his first miracle. Listen, the enemy of greatness is not failure. It is delay disguised as preparation. The enemy of greatness is not failure. It is delay disguised as preparation.
The enemy of failure, of greatness is not failure.
It is delay disguised as preparation. No, I'm not ready. That book, let me see if it calls you. Maybe you go to join her group. And she says, come already. He said, wait, coach, wait. I'm still preparing. See, coach, by the time this book comes out by December, December, she calls you. You say you're preparing. Until you have been preparing 8 years now. The PhD certificates. His book now. Even PhD, it's not 8 years that we used to do it.
No. 3 or 4. Get on with it, girl.
It's not failure. It is delay disguised as preparation. Now, let me give you the truth anchor for this. Take this as your word. Now is always the right time to take the first step. Now. Now. You know, I have a principle that I teach in confidence coaching. I give them the 2-2-2 principle. And I say to them, at the point I had to move it to 1-1-1 principle. I say, once an idea drops in, you tell one person within the first 1 minute that that idea drops. So what I do, if an idea comes about a course or something, one person that I know will hold me accountable. And I know I've done this with CP. CP has done it with me as well. An idea drops, find one person immediately. Tell it to the person in the next 1 minute. Otherwise, you will fall into the trap of it's not yet time.
If it's not okay, it's not all right, it's not enough, they won't like it, nobody will take it, it's not yet time, I'm not ready. There are endless of those excuses. I love it. You said it's 1-1-1. What are the other 1-1?
So that's when one idea drops within the
first 1 minute. Tell her. So when it was 2-2-2, it was okay. When what was the difference in 2-2?
When 2 things come into your mind and you are doubting between one, pick one amongst the 2.
Okay.
Yeah, tell 2 people, take an action, right? So I had to say that was 1. Because I'm going to ask, it's 2. Let's bring it down. Let's go with 1 idea.
I love it.
One idea that comes, that this your sandwich you be making in your house. Why not tell your neighbor so that we can start selling the sandwich? Every day you make sandwich, they are healing you. That Hidabas is, are you aware that Hidabas is cooking the biggest pot of jollof rice in September? Cooking. Took her to Guinness Book of Records. Cooking, she's making the biggest, that's history back to back with cooking.
She has a very big restaurant in Lekki now. I actually went there just to go and see, and I bought food, oh, correct ambience, correct everything from cooking.
Cooking. So you cannot say, oh, this people that why can't I just be a coach? No, not everybody will be a coach. Idabasi is cooking the biggest jollof rice ever. And
Mm.
you can see the noise that would make again. But I said, this is Idabasi. You are on
Is
your
it
way.
one bag of rice? Is it two bags? What are they really cooking? Where would they find the pot? My head is just busting thinking about the logistics. Like, Auntie, what are you really doing?
See, they made the pot. Oh. Like this,
Mm.
me and you who can enter inside, 10 more of us. They've made the pot, they've crafted it. They've crafted
Mm.
They've crafted it. So the thing is, the anchor for healing that is now is always the right time. You know, like Ecclesiastes says, whoever watches the wind will not plant. Whoever looks at
Mm.
it will not reap. So just tell yourself now is always the right time to take a first step. Your first step can be just to write to CP. CP, there's this entered my mind that both of us need to do. Drop it there. So that
Mm.
after when she calls you, you won't lose it.
Mm.
I've been thinking about tell somebody that will be like a masterminder or it will be like a
Mm.
mastermind session between the both of you. What dream are you postponing because you think it's not your time?
Mm.
What dream? That's the question.
Mm. The lady that came to see me in the office today, I think that she needs this information. I hope she saw it on my status. If she did not, I'm going to share the replay with her. The conversation we had is so similar to what you're speaking about today. And when God says something to us, we have to pay attention. Like paying attention right now because I'm like, okay, so what have I missed out? What have I said is not your time for? What do I need to get on with now? And that is so it's so profound. I so profound. Thank you so much. Speaking to herself in the chat says, Chidima, this is the right time to take the first step. I love it. Go, Chidima. We're rooting for you. Another person says, the essence of an accountability partner. It's so important. And they're even re-echoing the presence of another's brilliance or success doesn't mean the absence of yours. God. I mean, I love it that you guys are following and that you're taking the nuggets. I mean, me, on my own head is hot here. I don't know how you're feeling, but I am personally taking the nuggets and I'm writing them down. So, yes, good to hear that you all are feeling it. You're feeling my friend. Is my friend, though. Leslie Grace. Go and find your own, my friend. She cannot be your friend again. Sorry, she can be your coach. But she can't be your friend. Friendship is taken. Friend slot is taken. Oh my God.
So the truth is, you belong, you are enough, your lane is unique, you are skilled, and now is the time. So I'll tell you what
Mm,
happened to me when I got an instruction to go live daily. TP knows it was Instagram I started with, and people wrote to me, "What you're giving out is so much. Don't do it on Instagram. Go on YouTube." I, Leslie Grace, the confidence coach, I said, it's not yet time for YouTube. There was a background of YouTube that was in my head.
mm. It
And
has to
because
be this way or nothing.
there's this laptop I want to use, there's this mic there.
Mm,
And I kept on hearing move. And one
mm.
day I got my team member is laughing. I wanted to go live. And Instagram says, if you are not to this number, you can't go live.
Oh, wow. They started doing that on Instagram?
Yep. And
Okay.
maybe it was my warning. Maybe it was me like this.
That is because of you that they started it so that you will go. So they'll be firing your bomb to
Jonah,
push you out.
Jonah got to Nineveh. Nineveh say he has coconut head.
A whole ship was going to sink because of him and his strong head. So that's why the whole Instagram say, get out of there. This is not where you're supposed to be. Go to YouTube, madam.
I said it's not your time.
Mm,
To be honest, you're not alone. Okay?
yes.
You're not alone. You need to accept it that you need to keep reminding
Mhm,
yourself that. So when that happened to me, I went to YouTube. The growth,
mm.
the explosion we've had on YouTube in a few days, the whole thing. I don't know, and I realized that on Instagram, for them to find your live on Instagram, it's work. It's work. But on YouTube, like it's a lot more. Now I know that. Oh, And then at some point, a head coach say, if you're running an academy, you're not on YouTube, you're on your own.
Mhm.
Yeah.
This is my lives. This is my lives. This Women's Matters started on Instagram. When I got the instruction to start it, in fact, I'm not even sure I got the instruction. I think I told myself I wanted to start it. So I can't even, let me not even sugarcoat it. But what was leading me at the time, I was trying to break a habit of inconsistency. And I told
Okay.
myself that if I can be consistent with one thing, I can be consistent with others. And so I told myself I'm going to go live every week on
Mm.
Instagram
Mm.
with topics. When I put it out there and I said, there's no problem. What will I be saying for every week? I was not afraid, but that's okay. And I started alone. Later, and I said, maybe to make it more interesting, get guests. Okay, how will I get guests back to back? It was just a long thing. But the points of this whole story is I said on Instagram, and I'd done it one straight year on Instagram, not missing a bit. Even when I was away on vacation, I was on an island. I'd gone on a boat cruise. I was on an island that day. I remember I was like, oh my God, I'm supposed to be live. I calculated time difference. I ran to a store and I asked them for Wi-Fi. They said I needed to buy water. I bought one bottle of water for five, whether dollars or pounds. I can't remember what stupid money they were using in that place. I bought it and I sat down there. And after an hour, the thing logged me out. And I was like, oh my God, I needed to buy guys. I bought another water just to be able to go live that day. I was in my bikini. I took a what do you call it, kimono to cover myself, and I went live and I did it. And I told myself, if nothing could stop me, not even being alone on a strange island in one part of the world that had no internet,
Mm.
nothing will ever stop me again. Do you know
Mm.
that today's live is the 79th edition? That means we've done every week for 79 weeks. Now, what else happened? When we did one whole year, somebody just came to my DM and said, I don't know what you're doing on Instagram. You have value and you need to take this thing to YouTube. So what I was doing then was that when we do it live on Instagram, we'll now save the replay on YouTube. Sometimes we will, sometimes we won't because we are tired. I had a friend that was helping me. Sometimes she would download it and put, sometimes she will not. Sometimes we download it, it's half that will come, it's not the full thing. And Instagram is landscape and portraits, YouTube is landscape. It was just cumbersome. So when this lady came to my DM, I said, you need to go to YouTube. I was like, how will I do it? I knew that Coach Wendy and others were using what's that famous
Yeah.
Zoomiad, StreamYard. So I went
Yeah.
to go and look for StreamYard. I went to look for StreamYard. I was seeing that you have to pay. I said, why should I have to pay? When I have a Zoom, I'm already paying for. I said, there has to be another way around it. So somebody now told me that, oh, you could actually stream on Zoom, but I couldn't find it in my own Zoom. So I started to Google, I started to ask questions. And then one day there was something one setting I needed to set, and then I could do it. So here we are. We're streaming from Zoom every week, no issues. And I don't have to come back to look for how to be posting replay. Replay is just there automatically. And people are organically finding it. And I'm not saying that the views are more than the time we're reposting from Instagram, right? Because I think maybe because it's organically found on
Yeah, it's
YouTube.
like your mic went off or something. Your
Oh,
volume is
okay. Can you
low.
hear me now?
It's a bit low.
Aha. Let me check my audio.
It's a bit low now.
Can you hear me now?
We can hear
Is it
you,
the
but it's low.
voice low?
I don't know if you're
Okay.
using a
I've
microphone.
increased the volume and now maybe come closer to my laptop a little bit.
We're using a mic before. It's like the mic went off or something.
I wasn't using the mic. I was just speaking to the computer. So I don't know. Can
Okay.
you hear me better now? Slightly? I hope it's not my MTN that's giving me grief. Can you hear me better?
We can hear you. Just as it's faint.
Or it's faint, Abby. It's a little bit far. I'll try and come closer to the computer. Hopefully that helps.
Okay.
But bottom line, I think what I found was that, consistency on YouTube was able to draw, followers, was able to draw people, and just give us more traction, and I don't even have to check. I'm not even checking the numbers. I'm not checking anything. I'm just doing it because for me, it was to break a habit of inconsistency. That's what I started with, right? And today, of course, they say how you do one thing is how you do others. I've been able to break that habit. I've been able to see the difference in my life in other areas, not only just this one thing, and now people are reaching out to me, say, oh my God, I was blessed by that and this and that and that and that. And it's working. So absolutely, this is not yet time or it's time. My friend, just move. If it is that Instagram, you can start with because in your mind, that's the solution. No problem. Start there. Right.
Mm.
But not starting at all is now where the problem is. Start
Mm.
there. when it's time, Instagram will send you out. The way they sent my sister out. And me today, that lady just came to me with plenty drama that as she was in my inbox. I was like, I don't know where she came from. She has spent 1 hour talking to me about it. She sent me a list of, she gave me evidence. I was like, okay, at this point, maybe this is Jesus talking. Let me pay attention. Right. And I just moved. I just switched. I first took like 2 weeks to think about it. I said, okay, I can't move. I'm not ready. I don't know how. All this, I'm not ready. I'm not ready. But eventually just say, you know what? What's what will happen? We go. Maybe one person will watch it live, that's fine. Others will watch it replay. The point is that it's out there,
Yes.
And then I just kept going. And here we are,
Mhm.
79th edition. Oh,
Boom! We need to
bam,
celebrate
bam, bam.
you.
I know.
Hmm.
So,
Okay, so I'm going
but
to be wrapping up with this, except I don't know if you take questions here. If there are questions, I can take a few. But let me end with this. Confidence is not the absence of fear. It is the
mm,
refusal to believe fear's lies.
mm,
And you see, that refusal is your job. You need to be conscious enough to refuse fear's lies. That is what confidence truly is. Confidence is the choice to try, regardless of the lies that fear is trying to say to you. So stop
mm,
bowing like Ruth. Start standing like Ruth 3. You know the Ruth in chapter 3 that told Boaz, I'm
mm.
supposed to be your wife.
Ruth, let's go.
I am Ruth. So
I
stop
love it.
bowing like the Ruth in chapter 2. This Ruth story analogy, I love to use it. That's the anchor I used to write the book. It's time to put a price tag on you, one of my latest books. That's because I saw
Mm,
that one person can actually evolve after confidence coaching, after
mhm,
understanding identity, you can turn to a totally different person. So
mm.
don't say it's not yet time when heaven is waiting for your first miracle, like Jesus. Heaven was waiting for Jesus' first miracle. It was the fear that hits every
Woman,
man.
it's not my time. Why are
And
you
Jesus said,
disturbing
it's
me?
not my time. If Jesus could
Mm.
fall for that, anybody can fall. So don't think, I don't know, this fear is just killing me. You're not alone. Everybody has been there.
We're there, we're
So
out
put a
there,
price
and
tag
we're,
on
we're
yourself.
daily
Mhm,
making a choice to come out of it. It's
mhm,
a daily thing. And you don't get to one point where you say, okay, I've overcome imposter syndrome. Not really. It sneaks in on you every now and then if you're not consciously declaring, consciously, taking charge of your
mhm,
scripts. Like, she was saying to you that she has scripts, she has things that she does daily.
mhm.
You have to be conscious of it. Otherwise, it will slip in on you again. It's not if
Yes.
I was just telling what happened to me only a few days ago. It will
Mm,
creep in on you.
mm. So put a price tag on yourself, because if you don't, the world will discount you. The world will discount you. This is one of my quotes from the book. It's time to put a price tag on you. Put a price tag on yourself. There are rituals. These rituals, what I teach, what I give to professionals when they come for confidence coaching, because I say to them, you can live with 500% confidence boost. And with these rituals, your confidence can be intact forever. Now, I want to leave with you. I want you to say this affirmation to yourself. Put in the comment section, I am not an imposter. I'm chosen. I'm enough. I belong here. My time is now.
Mm,
Even the Bible says, now faith is. Now faith. There's a now faith. I'll say the
mm,
phrase again. I am not an imposter. I am chosen. I am enough. I belong here. My time is
mm.
now. I am not an imposter. I am chosen. I am enough. I belong here. My time
Right. Yes.
now.
Now, I love what you did there. You took our 5 truths and you put it all together in one affirmation that will always make us remember. You cannot tell yourself you're an imposter. You are not an imposter.
Mhm,
You are chosen. Why
mhm,
not an imposter? Because you're chosen. You're the one whom God has chosen to do this thing, to do that job, to lead these
mhm,
people, to do whatever task He has placed in your hands. And you're
mhm,
enough because that's all that matters is the choosing that qualifies you. You don't need any other qualification. And you belong here. Wherever you find yourself, you belong there. The
mhm,
Bible says, wherever your feet tread, you belong. And then your
mhm,
time is now. It's not tomorrow.
mhm.
It's not next tomorrow. It's now, right now. as we
Mm.
speak. So, Leslie Grace, thank you so much for coming on the live today. Thank you for stretching our minds. Thank you for reminding us whom we are in Christ. Thank you for giving us scripts that we can use to counter it when the devil comes to us in the form of imposter syndrome. Thank you for reminding us that, we have the power to refuse the fears that hold us down. We would like to know how to connect with you, how to get your book. Please tell the audience how they can know more about you, where they can reach
Okay,
you.
thank you so much, Big Sis. Thank you, such an honor to be here. I do not take it for granted. Thank you for bringing me on Women to Matters. I love it. I love what you're doing. It's such an inspiration. Thank you so much for this time. We can find me on the Smart Speakers Academy on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, the Smart Speakers Academy. If you check us on Instagram, you'll find us. On YouTube, we go live. I go live Mondays to Saturdays. Yep. Mondays to Fridays at 1 p.m., Saturdays by 7 p.m. I go live, and this is where I teach professional smart reading, smart thinking, smart speaking. This month, September and October, interestingly, we're talking about smart creating. I mentioned that too many professionals, this is not your time, they've not created anything. And every day I see CP bringing one book outside. CP brought another one with one fine picture on the front that we cannot resist. Rise, rights, raw. So CP will be one of the coaches in the Smart Creating Lab, and that's because her heart also goes out to women, professionals all over the world who've not been able to put the ideas into a book. So the Smart Creating Lab is one thing that we're doing for everybody, professionals all over the world in October. But the whole of September, we're doing the Smart Creating Short Break series. So I go live 1 p.m. to teach professionals that you can turn your ideas into creation. So long as you have these three things, or any of them: expertise, experience, expressions. If you have any of these three, then you should jump on. It's time for you to create, because you were created by a creator God. There's no way creator God created you a consumer. Impossible.
Again, remember, you are in his image and likeness. So if he's creating, you are creating. If you are not
Yes.
creating, you are wrong. Just
Yes.
saying.
So thank you so much. You can
Leslie,
catch me on any of those platforms.
so exciting to meet. To just go and look for the Smart Speakers Academy everywhere: Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, everywhere. And once
Mm.
you enter one, enter her DM, message her, I want to join so and so. She will give you the link, and that's all. That's all.
Mm.
Very, very simple. Now, thank you so much for coming again. We just want to remind you guys that this has been brought to you by the Women's Growth Academy. This is Women's Matters. We meet here every Tuesday, 7 p.m. Nigerian time. And if you have not gotten your copy of my book, what are you waiting for? Rise Right Raw
Like,
is
why
live.
not? Now look at this fine book. Why have you not bought it?
Is
Why?
live in the flesh, and I have received my copies. I've received the pre-order copies. So if you pre-ordered, your copy should be on its way to you. Or if you were going to come and pick up, it's time to come and pick up now. These books, look at book now. Oh God,
Quality.
even with colors and everything. Come on now, we're not even playing here. Okay. But more importantly, apart from the quality of the production, is the quality of the content. It is
Mm.
basically a story. It says you have to amplify you by owning your story. We've been talking about all that, all that you've gone through in life, everything that's happened to you, and you have a lot. Like Leslie said, your expertise, your experience, your expressions, you have a lot. If you've lived up to 30, 35, 40, my dear, you have enough to share with the world. So what are you waiting
Mm.
for? And how can you start? You may say, okay, Coach B, I've heard you now, but where will I start from? That's what this book addresses. It teaches you how to rise out of that belief that it's not yet time, I cannot, and then how to write. And then when you finally written, how to now roar. Because some of us write books and just keep it under the table, and everybody that visits us, we dash them one copy. That's not the way. The purpose of
That's the one
writing.
copy. Yes, that's
No,
true.
that's not. You're supposed to, it's supposed to leverage you onto other things. So what else can you leverage your book on? That's the raw part of it. So if you are
Mm.
not getting the book, I don't know. Maybe you say you don't like to read. No problem. I've got coaching expressions as well. So we have 3 coaching expressions for you: online course, video only. We have a group coaching coming up in this month of September, by the 3rd week of September. If you're not in, jump in now. And the last one is one-on-one. So take a beautiful time. Anytime you're ready, come and pay me the big bucks. I got you. I'll treat you like the royalty that you are, and will bring out from you the essence of you and the quality book, quality product, everything that you need to use to create your own legacy in this life. So the world will know that you were here. You can't just pass by unnoticed, unheard of, because you are a child of God, and we don't do things like that. Children of God, we don't do things like that. Okay. Just letting you know that that is what is expected of you as a child of God. Anyway, we've far spent the time today. We were having fun. We didn't even know when time has gone. So thank you for joining us. Thank you for staying till the end. And you know how we do it. We love you. We love you. And if you want to join a community that can help you to grow in your knowledge of God and knowledge of yourself and self-development, the Women's Growth Academy is a free community. Free. We don't even collect money. Just go to the link in my Instagram bio and then join us. If you're a woman and you're ready, we'll take you. We don't accept men. So don't even waste your time. We won't have you. But for the men, you can come for coaching, of course. But the group coaching is women only. From that, you can buy my books, you can read my everything, and you can just learn to be everything. You can reach out to me. I'm always available. Send me a DM, I will answer you. I don't have time for scammers though, but if you send me a DM, I will answer you as best as I can. I love you, the love of God, and thank you so much for coming out tonight. Thank you, Leslie. We
Thank
love, love,
you.
love, 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 love,
Thank you
love
for having
you.
me. Thank you, everybody, for
Have a
being here
good
till
night.
now.
Have a good night.